everyone, welcome back to Dreamers Corner. My name is Liz Munge and I have
Lulu Munge.
Yes, and I want to thank you so much for watching my video and also for everyone who was able to watch my previous video and all the support you showed me. Thank you so much. And if you haven't watched it, please go back and get some motivation on how to stay productive during this season that we are in. And yeah, before I go into today's topic, I want my sister to introduce herself. Oh, she's my sister, if I never mentioned that. Yeah, she's my small sister, and she's going to introduce herself and say something about what she does, and then we go right into today's topic.
Hi guys, my name is Lulu Munge. As she said, I'm her sister, and I am a business person. I run two companies. One is a tours and travel company that is called Gold Crest Safaris, and the other one is a fashion business that is By Lulu.
Yes. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so she's into fashion and she also does tours and travel. Yeah, so today's topic is about how to build your self-confidence. And maybe before we go into how we can do that, I can define what confidence is. And confidence is simply believing in yourself and believing in who you are and being very comfortable with who you are as a person, and also knowing your self-worth and knowing your value.
Yeah,
that's simply confidence. So if you're able to believe in yourself, you're able to be comfortable with who you are as a person and to know your value or your worth, I can say your confidence. And you can give us tips for today.
Yeah.
We can start with why confidence is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, yeah, we continue.
So I think one of the most important reasons why confidence is important is it makes people around you believe you, you know? Because it's so hard to believe someone who's not confident in what they're doing or in what they're saying, because it's just something that a confident person carries that you can easily believe them. Even when they're lying, but as long as they're confident, it's so easy to believe them.
Yeah.
And so it's you get to be believed easily.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
And another reason is, another importance is that you are able to achieve more when you're confident, because you first of all know what you want, sometimes how you want it, and when you want it.
Yeah.
So you're able to go after the things that you want, and all the opportunities that are there, or maybe you think are good for you, you'll be able to pursue them.
Yeah.
So yeah, the more confidence you have, the more possibilities you get in achieving your goals.
Yeah.
And your dreams, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, it helps you do more and accomplish more.
Yeah.
Because when you're confident in something, you know that for sure you're going to achieve it, and for real you will.
Yeah.
So also it gives you the motivation to achieve so many things that sometimes they are deemed to be impossible or hard to achieve. But once you're confident that you can do it and you actually put in the work, you can achieve them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's...
So we are simply saying that confidence is important if you want to achieve and to be successful in so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but there's so many reasons that we are not confident.
Yeah, true.
Somehow, as much as we are strong people sometimes, or we still don't have the confidence to do some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of those reasons?
For me, one of the most important reasons as to why someone might not have confidence is it stems from how they were brought up and how they were raised by their guardian or their parents. Because you find, even adults, who, when they tell you their stories and they tell you how maybe their parents would say negative things about them, or they would discourage them, or they would just be negative towards them or towards the things that they're doing.
Yeah.
And they ended up not being affirmed by their parents, affirmed by their guardian, affirmed by their siblings, or anyone who they looked up to.
Yeah.
So and that causes someone to lose confidence in themselves, because your biggest cheerleader that you think should be your cheerleader doesn't believe in you. And so it makes you not believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And then remember, when you're a young child, that's when your brain is developing. And you tend to believe most of the things that you see or you hear when you're young, because it's easier. Your brain processes things easily, and such things stick easily than when you're an adult. So I think how you're raised also has an impact on your confidence.
Yeah, because it does something to your self-esteem.
Definitely.
That's very true. Maybe what I can add to apart from family is the other people who surround you that has play a part in building your confidence or breaking it.
Yeah.
And that can be your friends, can be your workspace that you are in. It can be anyone else who is in your circle, in your immediate circle.
Yeah, definitely.
People that you are able to listen to, people that you can hear what they say. So those people can literally damage you or build your confidence.
That's true.
Yeah, especially maybe, for example, if you're in a toxic working environment where your boss says you're just good for nothing, maybe the work you've done is not good enough, or maybe your colleague is better than you, then why are you even here at the end of the day? Maybe you can't even be promoted because they think you're not qualified for that.
True.
Or you're not smart enough, or you're not intelligent enough.
True.
Obviously that is going to do something to your confidence and your self-esteem, and also your friends. Yeah, there are some friends who obviously are not genuine, that just say negative things about you.
Yeah.
And they can't obviously come up front to you and tell you that, no, I don't think you look good.
Yeah, true.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah.
But they're going behind your back and saying the way, I don't think she's all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even those people that are within your circle are people you should keep away.
Yeah.
And because they're toxic to you and they're not doing something good to your confidence.
Yeah. Also, to add on what you said about your workspace, I recently was speaking to a friend of mine, and he used to work in the bank. So he told me how sometimes you've applied for a job and maybe you're an accountant. And then once you get the job, you realize you're actually being put in the marketing department, and you're expected to show results. You're expected to bring in clients. But remember, your expertise is not in marketing, it's in accounting. You're good with numbers, not with getting people to come and bank with you. So I think in the workspace, one of the major things that actually affect people's confidence is being put in an area where they're not good at, or they're not experts in. So I feel like any employer out there should employ people and put them in this areas where they are good at. Whether if it is an accountant, let them be an accountant. If it is a marketer, let them be a marketer. If it is sales, let them be in sales. Not a marketer being in accounts and accounts being in marketing. And there's no balance other than it affecting the company's production and productivity. It affects the employees' productivity and confidence.
Yeah, that is very true. Sometimes failure, you see, now if you're put in something and then you fail, then you believe you're actually not good. I can't do it. If you try again and again, and failure comes in life. There is no way that you live for so many years and you've never failed. It's impossible.
It's so true.
It's just a matter of how you handle your failures. So if you failed in business, for example, we can attest to that. So we like trying out things. We like, if one thing doesn't work, we'll go for something else. And that's how that's how we were raised. To
bounce
keep
back,
pushing, and to never give up, and to fail but get back on your feet and keep moving. But at the same time, not everyone takes it that way. The people who, if they fail,
they will never try again.
They will never do it again.
And they will always think they can't do it.
So they don't have any confidence that they can do it again in terms of business, even when it comes to academics. I remember for me, when I was in primary school, I was not very good in science. And for some reason, that teacher made me believe that I was not good in science, that it transitioned all the way to high school. And I was actually not performing very well in my sciences.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, in the other subjects, you know that,
Yeah.
I was an A student
True.
in primary school, apart from that one subject. And I got all the A's in all the other subjects apart from science.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because I thought I was actually not good.
True.
And I didn't have the confidence. Why? Because of this other external factor that made me believe I wasn't good. So failure there's something it does to your confidence.
So true.
But then it's just knowing how to handle that failure, believing that you're not actually bad at something just because you failed at it. And if anything, you can change that failure and become a learning experience.
Yeah.
So that you're actually better at that area that you failed in. So failure should not be a reason to lack confidence.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I also think another reason is relationships. Oh my God. Especially romantic relationships, they can kill your confidence. Even if you get into it feeling like you're this superhero, superwoman, relationships can break it in a minute or in a second. Why? Because there are toxic relationships that maybe if you're the woman and the man feels like you are a competition to him, or he feels like he doesn't want you to grow to a point where you outgrow him, or maybe you're earning more than him. So he will try to bring you down and to show you how not good you are, so that you don't surpass him or you don't become better than he is. And so sometimes even when it comes to breakups, you break up with someone who you used to love, and then you see they've moved on so quickly with someone else, and then you start comparing yourself to them, and you think, wow, I'm not good enough.
I'm not all that.
And you start changing yourself so that you become like that person to see if you will be wanted again. And so for me, I think relationships can play a really good role, a really big role in how your confidence is affected.
It's very true. And even the things that are said in a toxic relationship.
Yes.
And sometimes not even toxic, even normal relationships. Because sometimes when we are, say, in arguments or heated conversations, you end up saying hurtful things that are not true, and that sometimes you don't mean.
Yes.
So you end up damaging someone's ego, you end up damaging their confidence, you say they're not that good, you say they are good for nothing, they are silly, they're immature. So those things sometimes can really get to someone, and it can damage their confidence, especially for someone who doesn't know who they really are, or someone who is defined by the relationship. Because the people who get into the relationship
and they forget who they are,
and that is all that defines them.
So true.
Yeah. So I think those things that are said should really be taken very, very seriously, and you should be very keen in internalizing them so that they don't end up damaging. And in the first place, you should not be in a relationship that is that toxic. Not a relationship that brings you down.
One that builds you up.
Yeah, you have to be in a relationship that makes you a better person. That is the reason why you should be. It can be you're somewhere that you're not comfortable. And you're literally just becoming worse and worse and worse. Yeah, so I think for sure relationships they
play a big role.
They do.
Yeah.
So our own attitudes.
Oh yeah, true.
Our own attitudes and thoughts that we tell ourselves, because confidence has a lot to do with the mind.
Oh yeah.
It's the battle of the mind. So it's the words that you speak to yourself, and it's the pictures or the images you create in your head.
Yeah.
So if you actually look yourself in the mirror every day and you say, I wish I could have longer hair, or I wish I could have some brighter eyes, I wish I could have bigger ears.
Or lighter skin, fairer skin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's what we say to ourselves sometimes. We can be toxic to ourselves.
Yeah.
And we need to really watch what you're
saying about
what you tell yourself every other day. Because whatever you repeat every day, the thought that you repeat every day is what becomes a reality.
Yeah.
actually, what is this quote about the mind that says, whatever you think is what you become. And that is very true.
Yeah.
If you tell yourself you're a loser, you are going to be a loser. If you tell yourself that you can't do it, you won't do it.
Yeah.
Because you're not even motivated, you're not in the right headspace.
Yeah.
To achieve what you're supposed to achieve at the end of the day.
So true.
Yeah.
Just to add on that, yesterday I was watching Oprah's video on just the videos that she normally does, and she was saying, when you say I am, the next word that follows, nature has a way of just making it become.
Yeah.
So if you say I am confident, you will definitely become confident. But if you say I am good for nothing, you will, because you will feel like that and you will be like that. So, and she said, once she realized that, anytime she says I am, and when she's about to just say I'm so tired, she remembers. Yeah, and she was actually giving that example. There are times when during when she was shooting her shows and everything, she would say I'm so tired the whole day. Yeah. And trust me, the whole day she was always tired.
And it's so true, because recently, with this season that we've been in, you know, there's a period where you're not sure what's going on. Your body is telling you to just not work, to relax. You're telling yourself you have anxiety, you can't do anything, can't be productive.
Yeah.
But I realized, no, this can't go on for so long. I mean, it's going on and on and on and on. You have to do something.
Especially with this, we don't know what's next.
Yeah, and once I started saying that I actually have to be productive, I have to wake up early, I have to do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I'm able to do those things.
True.
And I thought that, oh my God, all I can do is just sit down, cook, eat, and do a few things and work. But once I told myself that I can wake up early, even during this time.
Yeah.
I can check out all my to-do lists, and I can be productive. I have been productive in a way that I didn't even expect.
Yeah.
So it's just all in the mind.
It's all in the mind.
Yeah.
And I was recently, there's a book called Limitless by Jim Quick. And he says, the power is in your mind. Everything you do is in the mind. He actually trains on the mind. Literally. Like his trainings are literally just on the mind. And he says, everything that we do starts from the mind.
Definitely.
And as long as you have it wrong here, you will have it wrong every other place.
Yeah.
So we really need to take care of our minds so that we work on our confidence. Whatever we tell ourselves, whatever we think of ourselves, should be what we actually want to be thought of and what we actually want to be. If you think you're a failure, change that thought, and remember that you are not a failure. You remember that you're confident, and it will be.
And actually, thinking about it, if you in your head or in your mind you are so strong, and what you believe and do is so strong, nothing else will matter. Not even a toxic relationship will define who you are.
True.
Not even a toxic person in a family member or a co-worker or a boss will tell you that you're a failure and you believe it.
Yeah.
You will be able to overcome all that negativity because your mind is so strong.
Yeah.
And you know yourself so well that nothing around you will be able to define you.
Yeah. I remember actually last week when I started doing the masks. So just the day before I started doing them, I watched a video of a lady who had done the masks, and she started doing the masks immediately when the lockdown was there, COVID came into Kenya. And so one thing she said is, now everyone has a mask, and the market is saturated, you can't do anything. Trust me, the day I made my masks, they were sold out.
It's true.
And it's because people actually needed the mask.
Yeah.
What if I had listened to that lady and just decided, I won't do them? But then I did them. And up to now, I'm still making them because people need them. And I affirmed myself that I will make them and I will find clients wherever they are, and I will sell them all. Yeah.
Very true. So attitudes and positive thoughts
They're very
has
important.
a huge role to play. More than actually any other thing. Yeah. So those are some of the things that make us not become confident. But then, so can we summarize and just say, now how do we build our confidence? Now that we know the things that don't make us confident.
Yeah, that's true. So for me, one thing is read books, get knowledge. When you know something, get facts. You know, when you read books and you get knowledge from YouTube, all these documentaries, those are facts that you're getting. It's not just imaginations. So once you have something that is backed up by some facts, then it can easily boost your confidence, because you know you're speaking from a place of knowledge, not just imagination or lies, you know.
Actually, it's not possible. It's not possible to talk about things you don't even know.
Exactly. And that's why if you watch an interview with someone who has done his research or her research and has the knowledge. For instance, you call someone maybe as a surgeon and you ask them about how surgery is done. They will give you facts and they will be so confident when they're talking about it. But then if you call a lawyer to talk about surgery, they'll be floating. Why? And they won't be confident enough to speak about it. And it's because that's not what they've studied. So where you want to be good at, study it and get knowledge. And it will boost your confidence.
And just to add on that, there are so many platforms nowadays where you can get knowledge. We don't have a reason not to read. Reading is something that should be
everybody's
forever.
Best friend.
You can say that now I'm done with my bachelor's, I'm done with my undergrad, I'm done with my master's or PhD, now we're done reading. No.
Actually,
you need the information.
I remember when I was graduating, we were told,
I remember too.
That was the beginning of studies or of life. And
it's true.
Like, wow.
Actually, they say you've been given the power to read.
And I was like, I've already done. I'm done with reading. But then they told us that is just the beginning of studying. Because education or knowledge does not stop at getting the first degree nor the fifth degree. You should get knowledge until the day you leave this earth. Because things evolve, things change. You can't rely on information that you got 10 years ago or even 1 month ago, because in a span of 24 hours, something has changed. So go with the trend, see what's changing, see what's moving, see what you need to know and be on top of it.
So that is in terms of empowering yourself and making yourself better. That also goes to maybe even how you just present yourself.
Oh, yes.
Because I think how you, even from the way we walk, from the way we sit, that can tell a lot. If you're confident or not confident. From the way you ask for something, you know, that can tell you, oh, why do you feel like you're scared? That's why in an interview they can tell you, oh, you don't look confident. They can just, they don't even need to see or hear your content. You know, so presenting yourself also matters a lot.
That's true.
Speak like you believe it. So that someone else can believe you. Even how you dress.
How you
it doesn't have to be over the top.
But
just needs to be decent enough.
You put in thought in your dressing. Put in thought in. Just look for the kind of style that suits you. You don't have to dress like someone else just because they're dressing up. Maybe you can check. There's Pinterest, there's YouTube, there's so much information out there on dressing. Get knowledge on it. I don't know why people will, when they are sick, they will go to the doctor. When they are hungry, they will eat food. But then when it comes to self-image, you can't get information on it. Why? You know, get true. Information on.
I never thought about it that way.
Another thing would be getting skills or acquiring skills or bettering your skills. So if you want to know how to bake, learn. If you're good at football, practice it until you become the best. Because for me, I can say there are so many designers out there, but what will make me stand out? It's if I put in the work, study how to be a better designer, see what designers are doing, and see what I can do better to be the best designer. You know? So I think once you master your art and you become the best at it, it will definitely boost your
And if there's something that has made that come out so clearly is the recent documentary I've watched about Michael Jordan, the basketballer. It's called The Last Dance. They are people who put in the work.
That guy works. He worked so hard.
There's sweat. There's blood. I remember there's a part where he had to wear his brand shoes, Jordans, that actually had him during the game. And I'm like, actually, this is someone who sweats and bleeds for their skill.
Imagine.
These are people who are so hungry and they're so aware of what they want that they can't have it any other way.
Yeah. And I remember there's also a part where he broke his ankle. And I think he underwent an surgery or something, and he was told he was not going to play during that season.
My God. And he was so hungry. Not even hungry. Not hungry. He was so angry that he can't play.
He was so angry, and he I remember when he was at home, he would practice even with his broken ankle.
Then he just showed up and said that I've been playing
even better than he was. I remember it was his left leg that was hurt, so he worked it out so much that it became better than the other. So the part that he was playing, he became even better. And by the time he was finishing his career, or rather he was retiring, he had become the best basketball has ever seen.
Actually, and that guy was not even doing the same things like the other teammates as well. You could just tell, because I remember there's a part he was saying that the other teammates were in a room. And he was the only one who wasn't in there, and they were doing
nasty
illegal stuff. Illegal stuff, But he had no idea because he was just swallowed into this world of his, where his work was to just put in the work, and that's about it, and deliver. And my oh my, we can see the results.
True.
He was so good. And there's no one now who doesn't know, even for us who never watched his games then.
So true.
Now we know him. And why? It's because of the work that he has put in. So that's just saying that you have to be really good at it. You have to be willing to sacrifice to be good at something. Actually, this quote, I think he said this quote in the documentary, and he said that for you to win, there must be a sacrifice. You have to pay for something. There's a price for...
There's a price to be paid.
There's a price for success. There's a price for a win. It just doesn't come like this. It's all given to you. So that's to say that as much as we think we are good, there's so much work that needs to be done.
So
we still need to make much more sacrifice to become the best versions of ourselves in whatever thing we do, and even us as people.
I also think meditating works because meditating kind of brings you back to yourself, maybe at the end of the day, after everything is said and done, and you're tired, you're just from work, you've eaten, you've done everything, and now you're ready to just rest. Taking a few minutes for yourself to just think about yourself. Just let it be
to
your
analyze.
you time. Analyze, how has your day been? What has affected you? What can you do better? What can you do to boost your confidence? What can you do to become a better person?
What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses?
Yes. And so meditating kind of brings you to yourself and to the reality of the kind of life you're living and the world you're living in. And so once you are in touch with yourself, you'll definitely know, where should I work? What should I work on? What should I do? What should I put in, or what should I improve? So in that moment, you'll definitely know whether your confidence is at par with how you want it to be, or it's something you need to work on, or it's something you want to do better. So I think meditation is really important.
And that gives me my next point, which is accepting yourself. Because that means you need to accept yourself. You need to accept where you're from. You need to understand fully where you're at and where you are going. You need to understand what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths.
So true.
So that when you show your weaknesses, that doesn't bring you down or make you feel like I'm not good enough. Because you fully understand yourself. Even if if for example you are not good at what are you not good at? Let me give an example. Running. So would you lose confidence because you are not good at running?
Never.
And you've been told to go for a race?
No,
because you know you're not good at running, and that's not your strength.
Yeah.
So understanding and accepting yourself is very, very important. It is what will make you become confident, so that when someone says you're not good at this, you're like, actually, I'm not good at that.
But I'm good at this.
Maybe it's something that I need to work on.
Yeah.
But I'm not good. That's not my strength. But I'm really, really good at this other thing.
So true.
Yeah. So, of course, not forgetting to keep a positive mind and also to avoid toxic people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And most importantly, to pray.
Put God first.
Put God first.
Yeah.
God answers our prayers. As insane as they may sound sometimes, or petty, He still listens to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And He says, ask and you shall receive. Yeah. So if you ask for confidence, be sure that He's going to give you the confidence that you want or the confidence that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe to just add on that, I normally tell my friends, and sometimes they'll even laugh at me, but it's true. I tell them, God is my Father.
Yeah.
And when I talk to Him, He listens. And when I speak, He answers. It's only that sometimes He doesn't answer the way I want Him to. If I would want to control Him, I would.
Yeah.
But He answers, even if it's not however I want Him, but He still listens.
Yeah.
And so just to add on that, journaling helps. So I normally have a journal that I actually got it from you. And in my journal, I don't just journal how my day was. I write it to God. I start it as Dear Daddy. And then I write, if it's something I'm angry about, I tell Him. If it is something, so it feels like I'm speaking to someone. At the end of the day, I'm also releasing what's inside. And that's the best way I know how to express myself, writing it down. And so it has helped me process my thoughts, and also it makes life easier that way for me. So find a way of living this life, and what works for you. What works for someone else doesn't have to work for you. So find that thing that works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just maybe to conclude this, I just like to remind everyone that you are enough. No one else needs to tell you that you are enough. No one else needs to tell you that you are smart. No one else needs to tell you that you are a good person. Believe in yourself first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other things don't really matter. Sometimes I always say, like, why should I care too much about other people that don't even have a say in my life?
True.
Because we care too much about other people and external factors, and we forget what truly matters. So go back to the basics and start with yourself. Believe in yourself. Accept yourself.
True. So I think maybe some of you, or all of you, if you've reached this far, they could share with us the things, maybe if they've lost confidence along the way, what happened, and how they gained it back, or just something that has helped them to build back their confidence and to become who they've become.
Yeah, so that you can get some tips, you can get some motivation.
Yeah,
because this platform is about personal growth and becoming the best versions of ourselves.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, that's why we are the Dreamers Corner. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. And if you did, please give it a like. And also share with your friends so that they can also be motivated as well.
Yeah, and remember to subscribe, guys.
Yeah,
remember, when you subscribe, this helps the channel and it helps to reach more people. And remember to like and comment and share with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, guys, and see you next time. Bye, dreamers. Don't forget to continue dreaming. See you next time. Bye.